Well, welcome to the NAZ Wranglers Roundup. My name's Fred Palma. I have here with me my lovely wife, Robin Palma, and our special guest today, Coach Mike. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, we like to start off to get to know you a little bit, and that's
Yes,
what we want to do with our roundup is everyone gets to see people on the field and see you running around doing stuff. But now here we get to know who the players and the coaches are.
All right.
Just so everybody knows, Mike joined us last year for our last season, came in and worked with our equipment and also coaching to get your foot in the door with coaching a little bit. And I will tell you a funny story. I met Mike a couple years ago, maybe 2 years before you came out to work for us in Queen Creek at Walgreens, standing in line. That was it. I was just standing there and we just started to talk and found out that he's into football. We kept in touch, and a couple years later, he's working for the team. So, Mike, tell us a little bit about your background. You're a player, now you're a coach. I mean, let's hear about that football world of yours. You started off in Pee Wee at 2 or something. I don't know, but let's go ahead and let's talk about it.
I did start at 10 years old. I played for Boston Raiders in Boston, Massachusetts, and that's what gave me my start. And I knew someday I want to play football professionally. And after chasing my dreams of playing in the NFL and experiencing injuries, that was cut short. And I found a home in the IFL playing indoor football. And I spent time in Billings, Montana, Colorado, and San Diego, and a little bit in Tucson in 2021. And that was kind of where it stopped for me. And I started to look into where do I go to coach. So.
Well, there you go. And
so we ran into you right when you got finished playing. Then
absolutely,
that was just a weird. That was a great thing.
I was still wanting to play back then. I was still wanting to play.
And that's why I remember our first conversations. And when you come and talk to the coach, like, well, can I play? They're like, no.
I'm like, he's old.
he's too old to play.
He's an old man now. And I'm like, all the players are like, you're young, and all the coaches are like, you're old, and I'm just like stuck in limbo. I got some coaching.
And so you played for San Diego, who we're playing.
Yeah.
Right now, we're coming up on playing them. And was it the same coaching staff?
Taylor was there.
Okay.
He was the offensive
he's been
coordinator.
there from the beginning.
Yes, he was there. We were both there year one. I started at linebacker. Taylor was getting his foot in the door as a coach, and he was coaching the offensive, coordinating for offense for San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of go way back. We both played in Billings. He was there the year before me, so we just missed each other as far as being teammates. But we've been good friends ever since, and he's a good guy, good deal. And,
well, so our fans know Coach Taylor of San Diego. I can't say enough nice things about him. He's a newer, younger coach in the league. He's been doing it for a while. But most of our fans know we had a tragedy last year in our arena with Coach Moran passing, and we were playing San Diego that day. And out of all the coaches and teams to be there, I was so happy because he more or less was seriously concerned, offered to postpone the game, start late. He said, listen, we don't have a hotel room tonight, but we'll go get one and we'll come back tomorrow if you need. He was just right there making sure that we were okay to go ahead and do whatever we needed. He said, don't, because there's a timing chart. This is televised. There's all sorts of things going on when we have a game that we have to be right on time with.
Right.
And the other team, if you're not on time, they can, put in complaints and fines and so on. But he just stepped around and said, don't worry about anything. And just from right there, much respect, great guy. Now, of course, we want to beat him. Without a doubt. I mean, I don't care how much I like him. We want to beat him. You know what I mean? That's fine. We can go talk about friendship later, but during the game, we don't want them around. So,
we have a great understanding there.
Right. Well, we recently played San Diego. Well, we've played them twice now, and they're home. And sad thing is we lost. Now, the second time though, my goodness, what a difference and what a close game.
Yeah.
And the first time it was coming off to be a close game, and then we lost our quarterback within the first few minutes, and he was out for. I mean, thank goodness he's good, and he was back to practice the following week, but put him out for that whole game. So, how are we looking with San Diego? I mean, you guys now know what they do; they kind of know what we do, but how y'all feeling about that in the locker room?
Oh man, it's going to be another dogfight. They're a great team. We're walking into greatness, so we're expecting to turn things around here. Our guys are excited; they're prepared. This has been our best week of practice, and the tempo in the room is very high. So we're looking forward to walking away with a victory and making a run for this playoffs.
Right. The sad thing in sports or any type of game, somebody wins and somebody loses. And my background in professional sports is martial arts, and now I throw martial art tournaments. And I tell you what, we give away second place prizes, but that's just the number one loser. Basically, and that's
Right?
what we pick on. I mean, that's the way it is, and you have third and fourth place, but really only one person won.
Right.
Everyone else got an award, but one person won. And that's the sad thing about sports is, but the reality of it. So we can go in when we just played them and we went in strong and things were great in the last few seconds. That was it.
Around,
and all of a sudden we lose. So our first couple of losses this season, I mean, it showed that we had a lot to put together.
Yes.
And then after that, our next couple of losses, I mean, we're by a score.
Yep.
Just one score. I mean, that's it. But still, somebody has to lose no matter how great both team plays. You can put the two top teams together, somebody wins, somebody doesn't.
Yeah.
Two top fighters, somebody wins, somebody doesn't. We just want to get the wins now. Close is good,
Definitely.
but we gotta get over that hurdle.
Absolutely. And discipline is definitely going to be the key to us getting over that hurdle. Our guys, a lot of emotional talent on the team, great guys, good character, but sometimes we kind of allow things to get out of hand. And I really believe that is going to be the deciding factor of our wins coming along, is how those guys keep it together personally and rally it together as teammates. So,
yeah. And I think, Robin, you've said it with the team that we have this year, of how much more connected you feel with them, with talking to them.
Right. Yeah, the guys are great this year, and you're watching them, I'm like, and they're great players. They're great players. You see the chemistry, especially in our defense, and now the offense, the chemistry is coming together, and I'm like, man, they have it. It's right there.
Yep.
Now. So I think, like you said, it's just, getting those emotions under control and
Absolutely.
discipline.
Most of these guys, it's their first year playing football professionally. So they're still learning, how to be a professional, and they have to be taught, So us coaches, we work on serving and doing a good example, for these guys. And hopefully that's going to help us pay off.
Right. You're moving from the taking care of the mode to teaching everybody to take care of themselves a little bit.
Absolutely.
Because the coaches are there for them, not just on the field with practice, but they're there for them with their living and their meals and answering all their questions and
their
and
personal
so on.
lives and
There's
everything.
a lot going on.
Absolutely.
So you're like the coach daddy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we're here to help and develop these guys and the young professionals and hope they could have an opportunity to further their career professionally. So that's a big deal for us coaches as well, is helping our young guys figure it out and be able to go on with their career.
Right. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So now we talked a little bit about where, when you started playing, where you played. So your position?
Well, I played linebacker, but I started as a strong safety. So in indoor, we kind of interchanged positions. So I've played a little cornerback, safety, and linebacker. And I've even played defensive end, rushing off the edge sometimes. So.
Right. So defense has been the way to go.
Defense has been the way to go.
My favorite side of the ball.
Yes, sir.
So.
Defense has been the way to go for me since my injury. I was an All-American quarterback out of California in high school and experienced an injury that set me back. But I kept fighting and tried to pursue a career. They tell you have a bum wheel. It's hard to do with a bum wheel, but I've been able to play for over 20 years. So
Nice.
It's been a blessing to even be able to walk on that field.
Right. Well, it could be neat to talk about practice. What is the practice schedule so people kind of understand it? And just so everybody knows, when we have outdoor practices, we try to get it posted so that way if fans want to get out summer and kids are out of school, if you want to go to the park where we practice, what's the name of the park that we practice outdoors?
Mountain Valley Park we use the field that's by the Boys and Girls Club.
Right. So the
right
soccer
there.
field that's there. And the city did a great thing a couple years ago. They painted our football field in one part of the soccer field.
And it's still there. They love it. The kids use it. We go for practice. They're on it.
I think they got sick of us going down there with tape. Medical tape and putting our own lines down.
Well, I like to think that the city was supporting the team and really appreciates having the Wranglers there,
The city took care of that. And so that when we do practice outdoor, there's a field there.
Yep.
We're not running around trying to measure it out and figure out where to go. So that's wonderful that we practice at that park. And we only have to do that when our field's up. So like when there's concerts or right now there's something going on in the arena all week. So the field's been up. We've been outside practicing. So we invite our fans to come down and watch a practice. But what's the week schedule for a practice? Now I know it changes between Saturday or Sunday games. Let's just assume a Saturday game.
So our regular practice during a Saturday game, we'd practice Tuesday through Thursday. Say we start about 9:30 to 11:30, and we're just play after play, just getting our work in for the week.
I enjoy the end.
Yeah.
When they start doing more hitting instead of individuals.
Oh
Right.
yeah. Our team period it gets kind of outrageous sometimes. These guys start to keep that behind closed doors.
Talk about those emotions coming out.
That's our opportunity to help them work on channeling their emotions. So,
right.
We enjoy it. We understand football is an aggressive game. There are a lot of heated moments, but we want them to learn how to be professionals in those moments.
Yeah. And so even though practice starts, 9:30,
yep.
they're coming in to the locker room at what time?
They're in the office by 7:00 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
We start meetings at 7:30, and then we roll out of meetings straight to practice.
Right. Yeah. So see, that's what everyone doesn't realize is, okay, so that's our practice time. That's it. No, they're in there at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And they're divided to different parts of the arena from, the different squads and having classroom basically, and going over and watching film and all that. And then our ATC, Jackie, comes in at about 8:30 and starts taping them up and fixing them and putting some spackle on the holes and everything and getting them ready to go outside and practice. Then when they come back, and they have treatment again, back with the AT, bumps and bruises, and they're trying to take care of those.
Yep. They'll come back, and guys that need treatment, they get treatment, and everyone else, if they're not nicked up, they'll have lunch and go home and enjoy the rest of their day.
Right.
So we have a tough group. So most of them, they go to the gym. They live in that weight room. So
nice.
They're always working on improving themselves.
So with that, Robin, what are the two gyms? We have two gyms this year that the teams can go and practice at. And hey, since we just mentioned it, let's give them a shout out. What are our two
we
gyms?
have Get Fit Prescott, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
And then a Fit Zone in Prescott Valley.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's where you'll find them working out.
They've been great for us. So we appreciate them.
Yeah, so you pop into those two gyms and you'll probably run into a player there working out.
Every time.
So they're there. So we use both of those gyms so they can all fit in.
That's their first home.
Absolutely.
Right?
I swear some of them spend the night because I'll go in the morning and they're there, and I'll go in at night and they're still there. And I'm like, you worked out already. You can't work out too much during the season.
Well, before we let Coach Mike go, we had our military game last week, and this was the military ball. And I'm sure there's a handful of our fans that caught one of these and got it. And we had them for sale for 2 weeks. We still have just a couple left in the team shop. And this will be the one and only time to get these because you won't see this ball out again. So this one's not blown up. This is how they get shipped to us. And then we have to put a little air in them. But we have that and just a couple of them left. They're cool because all the guys want one.
Yeah.
And hopefully you got one of the military jerseys right off the players.
Yeah.
So that'd be good. All right. Do you have any other questions on this, Robin?
No, I think we love having Mike part of the team, Coach Mike here in the past 2 seasons, and excited to have him here. He's taken on more roles this year. So watching his progress, moving up the chain. Right. And that's fun stuff.
So,
thank you.
Yeah,
thank you
we're helping
much.
the players move up and helping the coaches too. That's what it's all about.
Yes,
so we're going to take a break, and we're going to let Coach Mike go. We're going to bring one of our players in to do an interview, and Robin will have some things to go over with everybody of what's coming up. So go Wranglers.
Go Wranglers.
All right.
Welcome back to your NAZ Wranglers Roundup. I'm Fred De Palma here with my lovely wife, Robin De Palma. And also, Robin, I want to introduce our special guest.
We have with us today Malik Sonnier. And this is his second season with us, correct?
Yep, second season.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome.
Came back for more. Thank you.
Yep.
So, all right. First question. Want to let everybody know what position you play?
I play cornerback.
All right.
Yep.
And anything new this year? Of course, we have a lot new this year compared to last year. Yep. But what are your feelings on the season this year so far, and your teammates, and how things are going?
I mean, obviously, the record right now speaks for itself. We struggled first half of the season, but I feel like we can turn it around the next 7 weeks. So I'm pretty confident with what we have going forward in the next 7 weeks. So, but from the beginning, obviously, the record speaks for itself. So I don't need to.
Right.
Really speak on what we're going through this season. So
yeah, a little rough start, but we see a lot coming together.
Yep.
Definitely a lot coming together. So excited to see what happens here on out.
And where'd you start your football career? Like how old were you when you started playing? And
first time ever playing was when I was 5 in Louisiana, South Louisiana. First time I ever picked up a football was probably earlier than that, but the minute I can play football, my parents signed me up for it, and 5 years old. Ever since then, I've been playing every single year. So
Great. And always the same position? You go back and forth, tried them all?
yeah, well, growing up, I played mostly offense until I think I moved to Texas my sophomore year of high school, and that's when I strictly stuck to defense. I tried this year to go back playing offense, but opportunity hasn't presented itself yet. But
Right.
I mean, I can play both. I've played offense my whole life, but majority of the time has been at corner or safety. So
All right. And where'd you go to school at?
for college,
Mhm.
I went to Northwestern State for 4 years, and then I did my grad year at Midwestern State in Wichita Falls, Texas.
Okay. And how long have you been in pro ball?
3 years. So this is my second year IFL, and then I played a season in the CFL too.
Okay,
So,
great. That's
mhm.
awesome. Robin?
What did you get your college degree in?
Psychology.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So
That's always exciting
He's
to-
really thinking about what
I
we're
know.
saying right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I dissect everything.
Yeah, he's
Exactly.
analyzing us.
Yep.
That's
that's
wonderful. Well, our game that's coming up next is what game?
It's going to San Diego Strike Force on June 14th.
Right. And you have things going on that game you want to share with everybody?
Oh, we have a lot going on that game. That's a Father's Day weekend. So we got a lot of fun stuff for the Father's Day. I know we'll probably post this flyer just so you can see a little bit better. But for Father's Day weekend, we want dads to celebrate Father's Day at the NAZ Wranglers game on that Saturday, and 50% off tickets for your kids. So we figure gift to dads is spend less money to bring the family with you to the game.
There you go. That's
can't
a
do a
good
better
deal.
gift than that, right?
Right.
And then we're going to have a halftime challenge. Get dads, bring your kids on the field. And we'll be doing a lot of football passes and races in the end zone and field goal kicks, and have a little tug of war, probably the kids versus the dads.
Oh,
Kind of
man,
have some
that'd
fun
be great.
stuff
Yeah.
for Father's Day, but make it a big
Yeah.
family event.
All the players are going to bring their dads now, so then they get to be on the kids' side to tug of war. So
Yeah,
they're gonna
yeah.
have to-
Right. That'd
That'd
be
be
awesome.
Here for
a
it.
lot of fun.
That'd be awesome.
So with your football career, which has been your entire life, what's one memory you have that really stands out of something that you've done or accomplished, or that's always there that maybe helps keep you going, keeps you motivated?
I don't think there's a specific moment that just kept me going. I've just always been the type of person that it was always football or nothing for me. That's where I grew up. Everybody just wanted to make it out, and sports was our opportunity to do that. And I fell in love with football at an early age. My whole family plays. They're all athletes. We have all played collegiate sports, whatever sport it was. I've always been around it. And I just always, every year, no matter how old I got, I just always been driven to just pursue this and make it what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, So I don't think there's a specific moment that just drives me.
Right.
It's just,
Okay, well that makes sense.
yeah.
And, as saying your whole family did sports and everything, we have a lot of families and youth that come to our games. So when we have kids watching this, what is it that you can tell them to inspire them to keep going? Because, everyone has peaks and valleys in life. So when they get to that valley, what can you tell them to keep getting back up to that peak?
Yeah, I would say it's as cliche as it sounds, just, put your head down and just block out the noise. I mean, I've dealt with it, outside noise, whether it's family, friends, people who don't understand your mindset and what you're trying to achieve it's common in every household. I'm not saying I'm the only person that experienced it, but just put your head down, keep working. If you want something, go get it. It's cliche, but it's a true saying. So,
But it is, right?
Yeah.
Right. I think that's the difference between people that get into pro sports and even college sports is the ones that are staying focused on what they want to do and not letting the outside noise, the outside influence distract them.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that and completely understand it too.
Mhm.
That's wonderful. So what are you looking forward to playing San Diego again? Since we've played them twice, first time didn't go well either time, but the second time, I don't know, a lot of questionable things. I think we basically had that for a little bit, and now we're going to play them the third and final. It's not too often we play a team 3 times. So
yeah, obviously we both know each other. We know them, they know us. So it's not a matter of, I think it's just a matter of a chess match, like Coach Hendrick said. It's just playing the cards right. It's not about what film you can watch to pick up on certain things. Nobody's going to change things at this point. Everybody it's pretty much going to run the exact same things. And at this point, it's just a chess match who can call the right play at the right time and come out victorious at the end. So
right. And this year in the league, there was a couple defensive rule changes. Do you know about those?
yeah, I know about it.
Okay. What can you say about a couple of those changes to help explain it to people? Even just one of them.
So I know the D line, they can do stunts now. Stunts is basically where the D line can cross each other. They can do all kind of stuff on the D line to, manipulate the offensive line. Last year they couldn't do that.
Right.
It was strictly straight pass rush or rush, whatever you want to call it. But now there's stunts involved now, so people can, call up, dial up, draw, whatever they want to.
Right. So that's what we were getting called last year, and all teams for twist.
Yeah, twist. Yeah.
Now there's no more illegal twist.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So nobody understood what that was, and now you don't need to understand what it was.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone now. So,
from the fan standpoint, what is that call? Now, don't worry about it. It's in the past now.
Yeah, it's free game now.
Nice.
Yep.
That's
That's
great.
more fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So, what is it that you do during your off time?
Nothing. I after practice, I go straight to lift, get my lift in, and then I'm back home for the day, relaxing. I don't do much. I don't need much.
Right.
I don't know. I guess that's how I was raised. I don't need anything really. I just need football, my free time. I'm around my teammates all the time, so I like to get away from them and have my peace of mind to myself.
Yeah.
I don't really go out and do much, so I don't really need it.
Okay. And we're gonna have a July a bye week. Do you have any plans for that week? Gonna stick in town or take off? Not sure yet. It's not till July.
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm eating for dinner tonight. So I don't. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see.
I'm in
Maybe
the same boat. I don't know what I mean for dinner tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. I might try to drive somewhere that's close. I've already drove 18 hours to get here, so I'm not trying to drive any further. So
yeah, no, I can get that. Well, you have to go up the mountain and do go into some of our off-road areas that are safer even for cars and so on if you don't have an off-road vehicle, or get one of our fans out there as side-by-side.
Yeah,
take you out for a little off-roading.
Hey, maybe so.
There it is. We just put it out there. There we go.
Right.
All right. Do you have anything else, Robin, or anything else going on with the games that you want to talk about, or any final questions?
Yeah, the final thing is our 2026 season tickets are on sale. So if you haven't gotten those yet, we've got great specials and perks if you renew by June 30th. So halfway there, get those renewed by June 30th, and you'll get the most back for being a season ticket holder.
Well, like
get the most perks.
The most perks, the most back. Because you can get season tickets all the way up to the start of the season next year. But by going early, we start giving some extra things to everybody.
Right.
So that's wonderful. Well, hey, we appreciate you coming out here, talking to us today, and letting us know a little bit of the inside of who you are and what you do with the football team. We appreciate you being on the team and coming back, for a second year.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to playing San Diego again, even though I'm not playing for them. I'm looking forward to you guys playing San Diego again and coming out with that W. So we're excited about that. There's still a lot of football left.
Yep. Streak starts tomorrow.
Right. And we're going to be there. So it's going to be fun. So we'd like to thank everyone for watching our show today. And what are we going to say at the end? Go Wranglers!
Go Wranglers!